Hey, what's up, TCM? How are you guys doing today? Today, I am going over how to do a double leg, and I'm gonna be doing this on my opposite side as well as my good side, so right and left D-legs for a side flip, because when you understand the concept of a D-leg, you actually understand how to do it in like a corked D-leg or like a D-leg full, or any other variation that you can really think of. So the concept's all the same, and the way that I go about it is I learned how to do a front pike, right? Now there is some debate on whether you D-leg with more of like a roll or D-leg more of like a flip. So there's a couple of different ways that people have tried explaining to me how to do a D-leg, and the way that worked best for me was just thinking of it like a pike. But that being said, I can't do a proper cork D-leg, and I can't do a proper D-leg full, or like cart D-leg, cartwheel full D-leg, however you want to say it, single twist with the pike legs. So I'm actually going to be learning a D-leg side on my bad side right now, just so I can start understanding the feeling for a cork D-leg on my good side and a D-leg full on my good side. The base principle of the whole thing for me is to side flip and then pike your side flip. Now, when I think about this, I think about driving through with my hip. So I side flip to my left, so I think about driving through with my right hip, going up into the air, and then pulling my toes to my face and squeezing my quads as tightly as I can. And that's right there, that's the key that gets the whole thing over for me, is to be able to squeeze my quads as tightly as I can. It even helps if I point my toes, because then I'm not just squeezing through one side, I'm squeezing through like that entire chain. And that's the whole idea behind how to D-leg. And if you already know how to side flip, then just straighten your legs out. And I know that's kind of weird to sound and weird to say, but like, let's go over arm placements, right? When I go over my left shoulder, I'm dropping through, and you'll see it. So like you'll see the slow-mo. Hold on, give me 1 second. Let me find the footage for you real quick. Make sure I have it. As I'm pulling both of my feet over, my left arm is kind of Iron Manning by my side, and almost like I'm pushing my legs through while I'm looking over that shoulder to pull both of my legs down. And when you're thinking of it like that, I guess it can be kind of a roll, depending on how you side flip. If you go more hips over your shoulders, or side flip a little more like a barrel roll. Over the years, my side flips have turned from a flip more into a barrel roll for whatever reason. I think that's just the way that they've gotten comfortable for me. So that's just not the way that I think about my D-legs. So when I think about my D-legs, it's still just squeezing my feet together and my quads as tightly as I possibly can. When we start to do our D-leg, that's what I want you guys to think about. So I want you to think about squeezing that right side of your abs and like the obliques and those legs straight, and actively pushing those hips up so you can squeeze everything through. A good drill for this that you can do are just windshield wipers on the floor. So if you don't know what windshield wipers are, so in this case, because I'm flipping to my left, my windshield wiper is going to go to my right. So I'm going to start with my left side. Here. Down. And I'm going to pick up my legs and drive through to my other side. Here. And I keep going. Picking up my legs, squeezing my abs, pushing through here, and looking. And that's going to be a good way to start shaping your D-leg. I'm going to start doing my opposite side flips here into the sand pit. This will be my third day pushing for this skill for my opposite side flip. I'm going to take a couple of warm-up flips, and I'm going to get into the whole thing. And then I'm going to start trying to D-leg my side flip on my bad side. The reason for this is because of the concept that I started playing with. I'm not a huge fan of having stuff on both sides, because at one point in my career, when I started thinking about doing things on both sides, which is really cool to see, and I love that athletes can do it. Shout out to Bryson Dean for being somebody to inspire me to work on my bad side flips from Cork Cult. So here's like a concept that I recently came up with, and it's that you should have your side flips on both sides. Not just because, like Bob Reese will talk about safety for being able to fall out of both ways, proper muscle balances, but I do weightlifting, so I don't really have muscle imbalance per se, because everything I do is basically symmetrical. Learning stuff on both sides just slows progress down on the one side that you're going to learn, unless if you're a freak of nature and an insanely gifted athlete like Bob Reese. So here's why you should learn side flips on both sides. Cartwheel side flips go to one direction. You can learn your aerials, your side flips, all of those in-air things. They're all basically the same skill going one direction. But then you start to hit a wall to do things like cart D-legs and variations. So when you learn your side flip on your opposite side, it's actually going to be a left-sided twist, right? Or a right-sided twist, depending on which way you flip, right? So my good side flip is my left side. My right side flip is my bad side. And when I'm doing my left side flip, my body's actually twisting to my right. And it's the same thing for like my cartwheel, right? When you do a left-handed cartwheel and your left foot is in front, your left hand touches down first, you're actually twisting to the right side, right? Which is a concept brought to me by Rudy Meadows, our editor. Say hi, Rudy. It's not something I really thought about, but applying that same concept to like your side flip, it's still 100% true. A left-sided flip is a right-sided twist for side flips. Now, why does this matter? When we get into things like cartful D-legs and court D-legs, when I'm twisting to my left, I haven't practiced twisting with straight legs to my left. I've only practiced it to my right. Hence why I can D-leg, like side flip D-leg, right? It's a left-sided side flip, but I'm twisting to my right with my D-leg, and that feels really comfortable. So when I start to do stuff like court D-legs or cart D-leg fulls or whatever happens to be, it's a foreign concept because I haven't practiced twisting my D-leg to my left, which is what we're gonna work on today. So I think my perspective has changed a little bit on doing side flips on both sides, and it's gonna be something that I start telling my students to do in the future. And it's specifically for that one reason. So you can start having variations, because variations don't happen on the up and down axis when your hips are over your head. Variations happen on the flat plane, on the horizontal axis, because that's where all the shape change starts to happen there. And it gets harder and harder to create variations the more inverted you get, which is why you see all of these like weird variations like shurikens, like D-legs, like hyperhooks, phaelongs, illusions. All of that happens on the horizontal axis versus trying to invert anything. The flip happens so quickly and the twist happens so quickly because it's so efficient. That's why it's hard to get those variations out. And it's also going to change the angle of like your hips, and it's going to force the whole thing just doesn't make sense in my brain for having those things happen when you're doing variations. I know this is supposed to be a D-leg tutorial, but really it's just kind of like here's why you should learn opposite sides side flips. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna start warming up. I guess I'm just gonna keep the camera rolling. Time to start my side flips. All right, so that was my good side D-leg. I'm gonna start to go through and try to break down my bad side soon, so stick around. All right, it's time to start my bad side. Wish me luck. So I feel this like little tweak inside my hip flexor whenever I do opposite side flips. And I think it's because that side's not used to, how do I put it? I don't know, it's not used to like blocking and then extending and then compressing. You know, my left leg usually does the block, my right leg usually just does a jump. But for whatever reason, I feel it. I was feeling pretty comfortable, so let's see how it starts to work when I start trying to D-leg the whole thing on my opposite side. I'm gonna do a couple of D-legs on my good side and we'll go from there. So if you want the vibes for today's session, you could always put on Cleveland Avenue. It's what I'm listening to right now. I just like all of their songs. So check them out, I guess. All right, I'm starting my bad side D-legs. Here's attempt number 1. All right, so I have my phone filming, so I don't have to cut the video. But I'm going to just go over my initial thoughts before I look at the footage to see how it felt, to go over everything. Overall, it didn't feel bad. I can already feel the shape not being the way I want. I did catch a nice little glimpse of my shadow, so I think my legs were straight, but I'm not sure how close they were together. I don't know if they were apart, like they were together on landing, I feel like. But I'm gonna go check out the footage and see my initial thoughts. I'm gonna go through the whole breakdown so I can do better. I'll be right back. 2 minutes of footage, man, just for one skill. All right. So real quick, I haven't seen my actual D-leg yet, but the side flip I filmed on my phone looks really good. I like the shape of it a lot. I think it's a little Webstery, but that's okay. All right, here we go. Yo, okay, that's not bad, actually. I'm not mad at that at all, like at all. That looks, I like that. Okay, cool. A couple of things that I can probably do better is my takeoff. My chest is down, which is probably coming from like the whole Webster setup. Like I said, this is day 3 of this whole process for me. So I'm going to accept that my chest is down and not be a perfectionist about it right now, because the comfortability of the D-leg is what I care about more than having my chest up. I'm trying to save some footage right now so I can slow it down to really pick it apart. Okay, so a couple of things here. I know I literally just said I'm not gonna mind the chest down for now, but I think I definitely need it up. I need to fix that Webster takeoff, right? Because my legs are coming together at the top, which is great, and they're finishing together at the bottom, which is great, and they're straight enough. Like that looks, I'm not mad at that at all. I think that worked, and I definitely need to fix, yeah, okay. So the 3 things that I'm going to be focusing on for this D-leg session is the top priority being that I need to get comfortable with the D-legs enough to start changing the shape of it and the takeoff of it a little bit, right? As far as the shape goes, the shape that I'm going to care about the most is right on takeoff, which will be that like Webster setup where I'm kind of kicking my back leg. So I want those legs to stay together the whole time. Just really give like that big windmill. Anyway, meal. I'm gonna eat it. And then the chest up. I think that chest up will help give me a little bit more height. Not that I'm necessarily needing it. I think I'm landing in a decent position for day 3. Cool. Let's run a couple more. Yeah, that was sick. I like that a lot. I got a little scared on that one. Okay, so I can't change too many things right now. So I gotta take a step back and get back to just doing the D-leg with the Webster takeoff and get used to straightening those legs out. So I'm gonna take a step back from that. Easy come, easy go, I guess. Dang it. Let's change this angle a little bit. a little more thoughts that are going through my brain right now. I'm not entirely sure if I should be trying to do variation so early into like learning my side flip, but my side flip feels pretty comfortable. Like I can get it done. But the variation, the D-leg just feels so foreign every single time, which is so strange. I guess that's why you do both sides. Let's get back to it. You know what I'm willing to bet? I'm willing to bet that when I look at the footage, all of the ones that I am messing up on or getting scared or unable to pull the D-leg out through, I'm willing to bet that those are like hips more over shoulders instead of more barrel rolly. Like I'm too inverted, I'm too flippy, right? I'm willing to put money on that. Like and comment down below if I'm correct. I haven't seen the footage yet. Okay. All right, so I just set up my phone so I can see how they're coming along, because that last one looked really good and it felt really good. It felt super easy. So I want to know if it looks as good as it felt. All right, so that one felt similar to the last one. So I'm excited to see it. Okay. Whew. All right, here we go. Okay, we getting there. That looks better than I thought it would, and it feels easy. But if you check the axis of it, right, like I was saying before, it's a flat axis. It's on a horizontal axis, which is good, right? That's what we need. Now, a couple of things about this is I am getting way more comfortable with it, which is the #1 priority for me, right? My feet are coming together, chef's kiss right at the top, looks great. Actually, they're coming together before the top, perfect. I'm still taking off with my chest down and I'm still doing my gather step, like Webster setup, but like I said before, I'm okay with that. This is day 3, right? And this was the skill that I was trying to learn so I can start doing my cart full D-legs and my cork D-legs. Oh my gosh, I love that. I got to go through and rework those. Comment down below if you'd like to see the process for all of that. And let me know if you want to see me working through going over how I like my mindset, just like I'm in this video. Like if you're enjoying this video, please hit that like button, subscribe, comment something down below. Let me know that you're enjoying it, because this is good content for me, right? Like I get to work on a new skill that I've been working on. You guys get to see the whole process. I don't know. Okay, so as far as like my shape goes, I don't like that my arms are all the way up here and I want them more in. So that's gonna be the focus on my next one. The reason that I'm doing that instead of like the pushover and the look thing like I do for my other ones, I feel like I just dabbed right now. Instead of pushing over and looking over my shoulder like I was for the other D-legs, like I was talking about at the start, the reason that I want them in on this side is because my arms are gonna be in for my cork already and for my full already. So I'm trying to take that into consideration as well. But I think I have to have my arms out. I do enjoy that D-leg though. I'm gonna go do a few more. I am really enjoying that. I'm actually gonna post that on Instagram right now. If you guys don't follow the Instagram, it is right here, or actually it's right here, at The Collective Movements. Check us out over there. All right, anyway, that's on my Instagram. Go check it out. I'm gonna do a few more. I was wrong. It's not too early to variate it. And I was correct at the same time because I knew my side flips were comfortable enough to be able to do them. That looks great. I love that. Okay, how exciting. You're really good. Go, really good. Thank you. really good. That feels so much easier than my good side leg. I imagine it's because I'm used to twisting that way already. So like having double and triple fulls, doubles on floor, triples on trampoline, I feel like I'm, stronger. Oh, I feel like I know I am stronger twisting to my left. And so I think that's why the D-leg is so much easier on that side. Wow, that's nuts. I think this looks great. I'm super happy with this. I'm probably gonna call it and go home and start editing all the footage and start cutting this together because this looks, I'm very happy with this, which, holy wow, I haven't been able to say that in a long time about my movement. Very stoked. I'm gonna do one more D-leg and it's just gonna be on my good side because I wanna be able to give some thoughts on both, right? Because why not? All right, so initial thoughts after doing my good side and then doing my bad side. My left side is so much easier. Wow, that's insane. Initial thoughts, I mean, I've already said it, right? Like, my left side is just so much stronger. I'm speechless. I think this is great because this I feel like this unlocks so many other things for me, that have been previously restricted to me because I haven't worked on my bad side, my dark side D-leg, because I didn't have a dark side flip. Now the side flip still feels a little foreign. I'm gonna actually, let me go do one more. Okay, major depresso moment. I don't know when my camera stopped filming. So I've been talking to a dead camera for I don't know how long. Conclusions drawn. My left side flip, D-leg side flip is good. And then my right side D-leg side flip is even better, right? So my dark side is better than my good side. And it's because I can twist stronger on my left and I've been practicing. So I have triples on trampoline, I have doubles on floor, and all of it's to the left. And I think that's why my D-leg side flips look so good to my left. In case if I don't have any on film, I'm gonna go do another one. And I can't believe he stopped filming. I didn't like that one at all. That one felt like the way that my full D-legs and my cork D-legs felt. And I think the reason that one felt that way is because my legs weren't together at the start, which is interesting. Anyway, I'm donezo. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna do another good one. I don't know, I wanna do a good bad side D-leg and then I'm gonna go home. I'm excited to edit the footage, I'm excited to see it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please make sure you subscribe if you've made it this far in the video. Like, comment something down below. Let me know if you guys have any help with your D-legs. Feel free to send it to us, to our Instagram, which is right here, which is @thecollective_movements. We're happy to help you. Just send us footage. So, I'm gonna go do another one. Happy Saturday, train safe.